Okay, so now that we know the proportional perimeters theorem, um, then let's go apply that in homework example 1. So each pair of triangles is similar. Find the perimeter of the indicated triangle. So we're supposed to be, the indicated triangle here is DEF. We need to find the distance around DEF. Now we could do this the long way. Let's see, and all this information, before we get ahead of ourselves, AB is 5, BC is 6, AC is 7, and then the question is, we know this is 3. What is the perimeter of this whole thing? So we could definitely set up proportions. We could say 5 is to 3 as 7 is to, and we could call this X, and we could do that. And then we could say 5 is to, 5 is to 3 as 6 is to Y, and we could do that, and then we could figure out what X and Y are and add all of those up. But the whole point of this theorem is that it saves us a little bit of time. Maybe not as much time on a triangle, but on a multi-sided shape it would save us a lot of time. So the idea is you take the side-to-side ratio, what we call the similarity ratio. So I'm going to write that is another name for this is the similarity ratio, and we know that that is equal to the perimeter to perimeter ratio. Okay, so here we're comparing side 5 to the side on the other shape of 3, and then we know the perimeter of Mr. Blue triangle, so we're got to be consistent. You gotta, if you're going to do blue on the left in the numerator, you got to do blue on the numerator on the ratio on the right. So the perimeter would be 5 plus 7 plus 6. So that's 12 plus 6, or 18. So this is 18 compared to, on the yellow triangle, we have 3 compared to, we don't know. We don't know what the perimeter is of the little yellow triangle. All we know is that it is proportional to the blue one. So that's what we're solving for. In fact, let's call this X instead of question mark. And so we know that one strategy to solve these, when you have equal fractions like this, when you have equal ratios, is you can cross multiply, right? So you can say 5 times X equals 18 times 3. And so we know 18 times 3 is 54 equals 5x. Then we're going to, now we have an equation that we're trying to solve to get x by itself. So now we're going to divide both sides by 5, and x equals 10.8. And we don't have units here, so I'm just going to say 10.8 units. It's not units squared this time because it's not area. So now we know how the perimeters work. Let's go to our next investigation, and this time we're interested, I wonder how the areas are related. I wonder if they're the same ratio or if they're different ratios. So let's go back to we're not going to do this full investigation. We're going to kind of do that other one. So let's go back to our rectangles. Okay, so I've added a third rectangle to the situation. We already had our goat and we already had our troll. Now I've added a meme that is also, rectangle meme is also similar to these other two. And so now we're interested in the areas and how these relate. So let's just recap here real quick. The side-to-side ratio on all of these, we have 5 is, well, you can do it a couple of different ways. We'll say 5 is to 10. We'll compare them this way. As 3 is to 6. As 2 is to 4. So it doesn't technically matter if you do two sides compared on the same shapes or if you compare them on the different shapes. It's going to all work out to be the same. The perimeter ratio, we saw for the first two was we could have 18 is to 12 for medium to small, and then for the large one, looks like our perimeter is going to be 10, 10, 30. So 30 is to 18. So this is big to medium, and this is the medium rectangle to the small rectangle. Okay, so now let's look at, and again, these reduce to that same 5:3 ratio. So remember, we could have written these as, doesn't matter, 5 is to 3, as 3 is to 2, and we got the same ratio, right? So, then we also want to look at the area now. So the area to area ratios. And so we know, let's see, 5 times 10, length times width, this would be 50. 3 times 6, this would be 18. And 2 times 4, this would be 8. And so the area to area ratio, big to medium, would be 50 to 18. These are all comparisons of the yellow rectangle compared to the purple, the meme to the troll. Oh, that doesn't show up good. And then comparing the medium troll to the goat, that comparison would be 18 to 8. So if we, here, let me circle all these. If we were to compare these, what do we know if 50 to 18 were to be reduced? Well, both of those are divisible by 2, so that would be what, 25 to 9? And if 18 to 8 were to be reduced, let's see, those are both divisible by 2, so that would be 9 to 4. So interesting, these numbers compared, they're not the same this time, are they? They're not the exact same as our original side-to-side ratio. They're not the same as the perimeter ratio, but they are related. I hope you're thinking about 5, 25, 3, 9. It's not times 2, it's not times 3, it's those numbers squared. If you take 5 squared, you get 25. If you take 3 squared, you get 9. If you get 3 squared, you get 9. If you get 2 squared, you get 4. So friends, that's going to be our second theorem for the day. The proportional areas theorem says if you have similarity ratios of A to B, then the ratio of their areas is A squared to B squared. So we're saying if my ratio, side-to-side ratio, is 9 to 3, or in other words, that would reduce to what, 3 to 1? Then the area to area ratio will be 3 squared to 1 squared, or in other words, it will be 9 to 1. So whatever the side-to-side or perimeter ratio is, if you take that and square it, it gives you the area ratio.